Sorry I haven't put a video out in a couple of days. I have a cold, so I've been taking a little break. But it's getting better. It's just a lot of, sniffling, sneezing, and coughing and stuff. So you'll just have to put up with that. But I thought today we would do this song, just a little help for my friends. It's kind of a fun song to learn. I noticed when I was playing, I could hear a little rattle. And I think it's coming from the battery. Hear that? That is a place where that happens sometimes, where those little plastic covers, you put the battery inside and the cover is loose. And so you get to playing along and you'll hear a rattle. Check that. Sometimes when that happens, I'm not going to do it now. We'll just live with it. But I'll just take a piece of cardboard and slip it in there, and it makes it a little tighter, and you don't hear that rattle. I'll just play light so I don't get it going, but if you really hit at it, I hear it rattle. Anyways, so I've got my tea here, and I've got my Kleenex, and we're going to go over this song that came from the Beatles, and it was in their Sgt. Pepper Lonely Heart Club Band, remember that? And it actually was a song that Ringo Starr sang. One of the few that he sang, I guess. He sang like 11 of the songs. I remember a couple of them. I remember this one, and I remember A Yellow Submarine. That's about it. But he has a few others as well. And when you listen to the intro in this song, I didn't realize it until I looked it up, but the words they sing out Billy Shear. They do it, they'll play a D sharp right here, and then they go to an F. They kind of hang it out, and they sing out Billy Shear. So I thought, what is that? Billy Shear, who is that? And it turns out it's a fictitious name that they gave Ringo Starr. So I don't know the whole story behind it, but I thought that was kind of interesting. It was like in 1967, it's no telling back then what people would come up with, anything that stands out. But I like this song. What would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? I think it fits a lot of YouTubers, especially me. I'm always wondering what you're going to do when you hear this. Anyways, but I always enjoyed this song, loved it as a young person. I think I was like 12 years old when that song came out. And it's actually the chords are very easy. And if you want to, you can get the chords and just, what would you think if you sang out of tune? And you could actually strum it. But what I'd like to do today is show it to you finger style. And I'm just going to give you the verse and the chorus. I'm not going to do the bridge that's there. We're not going to do that part, okay? But I'm going to keep it like in the first position. You'll notice I have a capo on. It brings this up so you can, see it a little bit better. I notice a lot of my chords get hid sometimes. No matter what I do, it's like I can see my hand gets out of the visual. So I'm going to make sure it doesn't by capoing it up 2 frets. So pretend that this is a nut, okay? And even though we're not, and when I say we're playing G, we're not really playing G, we're playing A. Forget that, we're playing G, okay? This is the nut. I just want to bring it up so that you can see it. So I'm just going to pretend that we don't have a capo on, but get your guitar, put a capo on so that it'll sound the same, okay? If you want to follow along. And then that way I can get real close. And what I want you to do is just to play the chord and learn to play around the chord picking up bass notes and melody at the same time. Okay, so that's what we're going to be working on, and I'll try to keep it as simple as possible. And then as you learn it and get proficient, you'll be able to add other things to it, add other bass notes, and add how it's comfortable for you. There's different ways you can play up the fingerboard, and but we're not going to do that today. We're just going to play here in the first position, and we'll play. I'll put the chords charts up, and then I'm going to show you how to finger around those chord charts. We're just going to take it a piece at a time so that you can get it down, okay? So if you're not used, some of you will just come along and say, oh yeah, that's simple. And it's normal for you to just pick it up right away. And some of you aren't used to doing that. But for the most part, my thumb is playing strings 6, 5, and 4. And these 3 fingers here are taking care of strings 3, 2, 1. That doesn't mean that I'll never break that cycle and do something else. I have been known to move up because so I can roll my notes. It's easier. But for the most part, these fingers are taking care of strings 3, 2, 1. Okay? All right. So let me just get a cup of my mint tea here and take a little swig. That'll keep me from coughing. And let me just blow my nose just one time, and I'll cut this part out. Okay, so let's get started with this. We're going to start out with the G chord. We're going to form that G chord so it frees up the first finger by putting my middle finger on the 5th string, 2nd fret. Remember, just pretend that this is the nut, okay? So when I say 2nd fret, it's 2nd fret from the capo, or that's my fictitious nut, okay? So put 2nd fret, and then 3rd fret, 6th string is your ring finger. Your pinky takes care of string 1, 3rd fret, okay? And the reason why I'm doing it this way, this G like this, is I want to free up my first finger. So I can do this. Okay, so you'll see what I did there. I played string with my ring finger and middle finger. I played strings 1 and 2. My thumb took care of the bass note, the 6th string. Okay, and then I'm playing, just reaching up there to the 1st fret, 2nd string. And then I'm going to take my pinky and move it over to the 2nd string. That's it. Just that. Okay, then we go to the D chord. And this isn't just any old D chord, it's a D. But you're going to take your thumb and bring it up over the horizon to reach down and roll over. Now, if you're using a nylon string guitar and you're not used to the nylon string guitar and it has one of those wide necks, you might have problems reaching this. But if you have a steel string and it's a slim neck, it should be pretty easy. Even a 1.75, you should be able to reach up and grab. But, make sure to do this, keep your wrist straight. Don't be hyperflexing or bringing it up like this. Keep your elbow close to your body. And just reach up and grab that 2nd fret, 6th string. It's actually a D, F sharp over D. Now remember, we have the capo on, so it's going to be different because it's a capo, but I'm going to speak like we don't have a capo on. So we're using a D over F sharp. Okay? Okay, so back to the first chord. And then we do this D over F sharp, and I'm plucking strings 1, 2, 3. And my thumb is picking up that bass note. Okay? And so basically all I'm doing, you can either do you can either do an A minor and lift it off. basically is, let me say that again. G, D. So just take that first finger and play open, or first fret, and then open on the second string. And then play it A minor, plucking strings 5, 2, 3, and 2. Okay. And again, we're repeating that. So start from the beginning. Back to A minor. And then I'm just playing that first fret twice. Third string, second fret. And then D. And then to G. Okay? So let's try that again. I added that. You don't have to put that there. Okay, so you go through that twice. So I want to go through it one more time because I know it's not easy at first to catch it. So you start out with that G, with it shaped so that you free up your first finger. D over at F sharp. Okay, I think I just messed it up there. That's what happens when I slow down. So we do the F here. F, C, G. It's all that part is. F, C, G. And to make it simple, just six, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3, 6. Okay, and that's the second part. So here we go again. We're going to start from the beginning. So give that a try. Give those chords a try, and what you can't do, strum. But start working on that. Well, I'm just going to leave it right there. And I hope you all have a great day or night. Oh, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. I'm doing pretty good. I actually hit 11,000, which surprised me, but it is kind of moving slow. So subscribe and all the things that you do. I really appreciate it. And I hope you all have a great day or night wherever you are in this world.